Let's have a look at the question. Find the highest power of 12 in 100 factorial. Yes. Before taking out this question, I'll just want you guys to like take out very simple questions first. So what is the highest power of 3 in 8 factorial? Eight. Now here they're asking about what is the highest power of 3. First find out how many powers of 3 are there. So look here, I can say I have got 1 powers of 3 in this, right? 3 has 1 power of 3. What about this? Again, I have got 1 more power of 3 in this 6. 6 has also 3 in it, right? 2, 3 times. We have got 3 in it. So how many powers of 3 is there? Only 1. So if I'm going to combine all together, is there any other number which has 3 in it? No. Then I can say the highest power of 3 in 8 factorial is 2. So this method I can easily apply if the number is very small. What if the number is 100 factorial? Is it easy? No. It will make the problem difficult now. Now how are you going to tackle those things? We cannot go out with this simple thing, right? Because it will take a long time. And taking out for 100 factorial, yes, it will make the problem very complex, or it will complicate the problem. So now look here, if I'm going to look into this, yes, 8, and I'm going to do what? I'm going to check out the multiples of 3. Here I have checked the multiples of 3. Yes, how many multiples of 3 are there? If I'm going to divide it by 8, I'll get the answer as 2. So is this possible? Yes or no? We'll check it out. Okay, I'll take out one more example. So I can say this is a simplified form. This is a simplified form, not this one, right? I'll take out next example. 2 in 10 factorial. Yes, if I'm going to look into this, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. So I'll just take out, yes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. What is the number? 2 has 1 power in it. 4 has how many powers of 2? 2. 6 has how many powers?
1. And 8 has 3 powers of 2, and 10 has 1 powers of 2.
So what is the total possibility? 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1. So it will be 8. Check out with this. Check out with the normal division here. So you have got what? 10. So you try dividing it by 2. What is the answer you're going to get? You're going to get 5. But 5 is not the only answer. Now it means only this case. No, it will not be satisfying in all the cases. Then what is the condition? Now look here, what is the meaning of this? You have taken just 2 multiples of 2. So look here, multiples of 2 will have it. This is done, right? Now if you're going to take out multiples of 2, it means, can I say that you have assumed 1, 1, 1, 1 number for all the multiples of 2, right? Is there any number which has greater than 1? Which has 2 in it? Which is the number? Can I say 4 and 8 has 2 in it? Yes, of course 8 has 3, but 2 will also be there in 8, right? What you do is you add 10 divided by 2 square. Check out where you have square number. Yes, this is that one, and this is also the one. So once you're done with square, you check out with this thing. So you have taken out 4 2 times, 8 you have taken 2 times, but 8 one more is there. So it means 10 divided by 2 cube. Yes, now this will give out 5 plus 2 plus 1, which will give out 8. Yes, this is the one which matches. So it means I'm going to apply the same logic whatever I have applied in the previous case. But where you have to go, you have to start with the number divided by given by the given divisor there. So keep on dividing it until and unless you feel that the number is going beyond the given number. So why I'm stopping at 2 cube here? The next number should be 10 divided by 2 to the power 4. What is 2 power 4? It is 16. It is 16. So 10 divided by 16, what is the quotient? It's 0. So no need to point. No, there is no point in taking out 16 there. Getting it? So you take out all the factors. First, take out the powers of 2 or powers of the given number. Next, take out the powers of the square of the given number. Next, cube or something. It goes on until you cross that number. Assume like if they're going to ask 5 in 100 factorial. Now can you see it is 100 divided by 5 plus 100 divided by 5 square plus 100 divided by 5 cube, not required, right? So can you say 100 divided by 5 is 20 plus 100 divided by 5 square is 4. So the answer is 24. Can you see it is a little bit faster? Now what if the number is divisor of 7 in 468 factorial? I'm just taking out the random number. So what you have to do, 468 divided by 7 you have to do. What is the answer first? 468 by 7 plus 468 by 7 square, it is 49. 468 by 7 cube, 343. This is nothing but 7 cube. And when you divide it by this one, other one 74, it will go beyond the number, right?
Yes, sir.
It will go beyond the number. Yes. Now what are the answers here? So divided by 7. 7 how many times? 7 6 times. 42. 420 is done. 48 is left out. 7 6 times 42 again. Plus 49 how many times? 49 10 times 490 9 times. 343 1 time. So can you see it is 76? Now look here, going out with those numbers, why I have taken like a little complex number, because going out with those numbers is not a problem. But if you're going to look into this, you're not simplifying the problem. You're taking out the same bigger number again and again. So now look here, can I split this number as, or can I rewrite this number as 468 by 7 divided by 7, right? What is this 468 by 7? Can you see it is the quotient what we have obtained from the previous one? Next, again, if you are going to look into this, 468 by 7 square whole divided by 7. Can you see this is nothing but the quotient what we obtained from the previous one? So why we have to again and again divide with a bigger number when we can reduce it? Yes, please look here. The number is 768. So divided by 7, you will get 66. Next, divided by 7, you will get 9 times. Divided by 7, you will get 1 time, which is more easier. Same number. Instead of dividing with the bigger number, what you are going to do? You will be keep on dividing it consecutively by the smaller numbers there. Please make a note of it. So this is the first step. This is the first type. This is the second type. And finally, this is the third type, which is the fastest one. Okay, so please do not apply any other technique other than going out with the third type. That is the fastest one, which will give out the simplified number again and again. If you want, you can cross check with this also. So we have got 10 to 5 times, to 2 times, and to 1 time. The answer is 8, right? Okay, now what? I'll take out this 6. Please make a note of it. 6 in 50 factorial. So how are you going to take out for 6? Now look here, if you're going to apply the same thing, please understand, if you're going to apply the same thing, what does it mean? That you're going to take out the multiples of 7, you're going to take out the multiples of 7 square, you're going to take out the multiples of 7 cube. That is the meaning of it, right? And that works fine, no problem. Now if you're going to try dividing it by 6, what it means? It means that you're going to take out the multiple of 6, you're going to take out the multiple of 6 square, and you're going to take out the multiple of 6 cube. It goes on like that, right? 6 will not only obtain from the multiples of 6, it can be obtained from 2 as well as 3, which is not the multiple of 6. 2 is not the multiple of 6, 3 is also not the multiple of 6, but if you're going to multiply 2 and 3, you will get 6. It means I cannot directly divide by 6 in this case. Why? Because 6 is not a prime number, and this number can be applied only for prime numbers. Got the point? This number can be applied only for prime numbers. Please make a note of it. That's why I have written this problem in a little bit smaller format. So what you do is you take out the prime factorization of 2 and 6 here. That's nothing but 2 and 3. Find out the number of 2's in 6, number of 3's in 6. If I have, please understand, if I have 25 2's and if I have 20 3's, how many 6 can I make? In order to make out 6, 2 and 3 should be there always. So I can take out, if I have 25 2's and 23's, 25 2's and 23's, I can make out 26's in it, right? So whichever is the least power, whichever is the least one, you take out, because that is the possible case there. So please make a note of it. So for this one, I'll take out 50 here. So 225 times, 212 times, and 2 6 times, 2 3 times, 2 1 time. What is this? So 25 plus 12 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1. So 37 and 47. Okay. Similarly, if you're going to look into 3 here, 3 16 times, 3 5 times, 3 1 time. So it will be 22. So looking at this, I can say that in 50 we have 22 threes and 47 twos, which will give out the answer. That's nothing but 22. Got the point? Minimum among the factor powers. Right? Now I'll move back to this question. 12 in 100 factorial. What I have told you, can apply this only for prime numbers. Yes, do the prime factorization for 12. I can see it is nothing but 2 square into 3. So I cannot directly do it for 2 square, but I can do it for 2, because 2 square is not a prime number. Apply for 2 and 3. If you're going to apply for 2 here, you will get 250 times, 225 times, 212 times, 2 6 times, 2 3 times, 2 1 time. If I'm going to add this, 50, 25, 75, 75, 12, 87, 87, and 10 gives 97. I can say I have 297 powers of 2, right? I have 97 powers of 2. Next, I'll move out with 3. So 3 33 times, 3 11 times, 3 3 times, and I have got 3 1 time. So I can say highest power of 3 is 33, 43 plus this gives plus 4 gives 48. Highest power of 3 in 100 factorial is 48, and highest power of 2 in 100 factorial is 97. But they're not asking about 2 and 3. They're asking about 2 square and 3. 3, I'll write it 48 here. 2 square. Now, if I have 297 times, how many times I have 2 square? Of course, half of it, right? 97 by 2. How much it is? It's again 48. So I can say I have 2 square 48 times. I have 2 square 48 times, 3 also 48 times. Then 2 square and 3 will make up a group to make it 12. That is nothing but 2 square and 3 multiplied to make it 12. So I can say 48 and 48. I can make a pair of how many times? 48 times as the answer. The answer for this question is 48. Thanks for watching. For more updates on similar videos, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.